my name's Julie from Salessewunique, and I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. Well, welcome to everybody. We are on episode 182, and I hope everybody's well. I hope you've had a lovely week. I hope you've managed to get some crafting done, some sewing done, or whatever craft it is that you enjoy. Today it's a little bit windy out there. I know there's a storm passing through, so I'll be glad when it's gone. But the sun is out, so that's one good thing. But it is quite windy out there. I nearly let go of the door when I was coming in because it was that fierce. But yes, I suppose it'll pass off soon. As you can see, I'm in my sewing room this week, which we are starting off the vlog here. And then after I finish filming, I am going down to the shop because I've got to pack a couple of orders. And while I'm down there, I will share what sewing I have done. So we'll start off here with what I'm doing, what I've been doing this week. Well, I have been doing some hand stitching, some crochet, and yes, that's what I've been doing. We were out on Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. We'd gone to look after Milo, so it was nice to see him again. So we were there from sort of late afternoon into the evening while the family had gone out. They'd gone to see the filming of The Gladiators, which if you're in the UK you'll know The Gladiators. It's a competition game. If you're anywhere else in the world you probably not know what it is, but having said that, I think I think it gets out into the world somehow. But yes, I used to watch that when it first came out. Used to really enjoy that, but I haven't watched really. I've only watched one episode, I think, of it. I never think to put it on. But yes, so they've gone there to see the filming of it, so that was interesting for them. So we had a few hours looking after Milo. I cooked him his tea. So we had scrambled egg and vegetables, which he thoroughly enjoyed, apart from a few treats as well. And lots of playing, so he was happy. Right, let's get on with one thing I'm going to share with you is what I've got this week. It's my bias binding from the Specky Seamstress. So this month we've got Plan, Make, Love. So I like that one. That'll get used definitely. I've got an idea for this one. See if it works. See if it's wide enough. So that's that. Crochet, as you know, I am doing the petal patchwork blanket cowl. Well, the cowl's now finished, so I'm a little bit behind, but that's what the blanket looks like. And I have nearly finished 2 rows two rows of putting it together, so it's looking nice. As you can see there, I'll spread it out a little bit. The V-stitch for doing the joining, it's once you get into it, yeah, it's quite easy. I've enjoyed it. The only part I'm sort of struggling with at the minute, and I'm forgetting how to do, is joining sort of you 4 squares. Excuse me. So I have the video. I sit at my desk, my computer desk, while I'm doing this. I find it easier to do that, so I can keep sort of watching that little bit on how to do it, because that's the hardest bit for me. I just don't seem to be remembering it, but it's coming along really well. I haven't had a lot of time this week, I must admit, to do the crochet, but I'm enjoying it. So I'm hoping to get a little bit more done for next week, share a bit more progress on it. I mean, I've got my basket in, I've got all my squares in there, so yes, I'm looking forward to getting on with that. I can see it's going to be one of those days I start talking and I end up with a dry throat and I start coughing, so you'll have to excuse me if I keep drinking. Right, Well, I know last week I shared with you that I wanted to start this kit, but I didn't know if I'd get a chance to. Well, I did get a chance to. On Friday, I took the kit with me to work, got it all out of the box, and I thought, right, I'm going to get all the felt pieces cut out, and if I can get these sort of glued on to the background, I'll be happy, which I did do on the Friday. And I even managed to get a little bit of stitching done as well, and I got a little bit more done on the Saturday, and I haven't done any since, basically because I've not had time. So I'm just careful I don't lose my needle. There we go. So that's as far as I've got, which I don't think I've done too bad there. So I've got the gills on, all the felt is stitched on. I've marked out for the foliage. I just need to place the acorns on next, and then I can start on the stitching. Sorry about that. I was having a bit of a cough. Yes, so I'm going to get the acorns stitched on. I'll probably do this tomorrow, the acorns. Then I'm going to get the French knots on the toadstools, and then I can make a start on the stitching. I think the stitching will take me the longest, but up to now that's not taking me very long to do, so they are quite quick to do, and I really enjoy doing these. I love these, to be honest. So, yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Right, so what I'm going to do now is just tidy up here a little bit, and then I'm going to get off down to the shop. So for you it'll be a second, but for me it'll be a bit longer, so I will see you down at the shop. And now comes to the part that I'm going to show you what I've been making this week, and one new thing that's come into the shop. So I have made some baskets this week. I've just made 3 autumn baskets. So the first one is this lovely squirrel, I'm going to say squirrel fabric, forest floor fabric, and this was the last piece I'd got. I just happened to spot it. So it's a nice light blue lining, and yeah, absolutely love this fabric. So there's one of those. Then I've done the autumn leaves, and we've got autumn leaves on the inside, but with a sort of pale blue background. I really like this fabric. I would really love this fabric as like an upholstery fabric, like for a pair of curtains. I would love that colour in my house. I seem to be drawn to autumn colours at the minute. I'd love them at home, but I don't think there's much chance of that at the minute. But yes, this is one we've got the pumpkins. I love this one as well, and the butterflies on the inside. So like I said, these are small baskets. I've got 3 of these. Then I think I mentioned last week that I was going to do a Kindle case, which I have done. And the first one fits my Kindle perfectly. So my Kindle's got a silicone sleeve on, just to protect it in case I drop it, and it fits in here beautifully. So I'm really pleased with that. So this is another one to go with my little collection. I'm certainly using the fabric up at the minute, so I absolutely love this. And I've got foam inside for padding, and yeah, that will fit snugly into my bag or whatever when I go off out for the weekend. So I've only made the one at the minute. I'm not sure if anybody would be interested in them or not. Then I have made some book sleeves. I've made one in this fabric. This was a last piece, and I've put the toadstools in there. So these just fit like a standard book. and I've got 2 in this fabric. So you've got the hare on this one as well as the squirrel, and these have got the nice blue, sky blue lining. So I've got 2 of them. And then I've made myself one in my lovely thistle fabric, and it's got the thistles on the inside. So yeah, it's another one for my little collection. And then the next few book sleeves are made using some William Morris fabric. I think this fabric's on the website, and I think it's just called Morris. So I've just made a few of these up, so I'll just have a quick drink. So I've got 2 in this pattern, and on the inside is a nice sea foam, that's what it's called. So this goes really well with the main fabric. Couldn't pick better, really. And we've got this nice sort of, it's like it's got a beigey background, but it's a pinky beige, so there's I would say a pink sort of hue to it. So it's got a light brown on the inside, which again goes perfectly well with this fabric. This is all 100% cotton fabric. So we've got 2 of those, and then we've got 2 of the green, and I've used the sea foam to go with this one, which goes really well. And then the last one is 2 of these pinky blue ones, and I've put the lilac on the inside because there's a bit of lilac in the flowers. So these will all be on the website by the time this video goes live. And if you remember last week, I showed you a big pile of bags that I was going to sort through and put some on the website. Well, I've got a few of them put on, so I've got this amount on the website. Now the rest of the bags, I've decided that I'm going to reopen my Etsy shop, so that will be something for next week for me to work on. And I'm just looking at the pile of bags that are sat in one of the cubes up there, and it's like about that tall. So I think that's going to take me a little time, but yes, I've decided to reopen my Etsy shop just to try and reach like a wider audience of people, and just put some of the bags on there. And I think I'm going to put some of the Halloween fabrics on there as well, and the autumn fabrics, to see if I can sell them on there. So that's a job for next week, so that should keep me going for a bit. Right, well, the first two bags that are on the website is the Jumping Luna. So this is fabric that Adele designed for me a while ago, but I found these 2 bags. So this one, it's got a nice box bottom. All the sizes are on the website, and the fabric on the inside, it's either a cream with a white flower or swirl on, or ivory or white. So this is a smaller one, so I've listed this as like a small, like a 100-gram ball, sock bag, something like that. And then the other one, this has got a nice box bottom. I think this holds 3, but like I say, 300-gram balls can go in there, and that's our little Jumping Luna. Then the next one is like a tea for 2 with an applique teapot on. It's all tea themed. It's got cherries on the inside. It's got a nice box bottom. So I get a few balls of yarn in there. And the next one is a zipper pouch. It's It's got floral and bees on this one, and the inside is sort of a silver grey with some like little stars on, but that's Lina Anderson fabric that's on the inside. And the next one is a vintage rose. So there's only one of each sort of bag here, and it's got a nice pink lining in it. So I think that's another one that will hold 300 grams. But like I said, everything's on the website, all the information. Right. So this is a machine embroidered sheep, and it's got a white on white in there. It's got a nice box bottom on it. Then we've got a machine embroidered trio of cats, and this is, I'm not sure what I call this. It's like a dark grey and white. It's like little tiny squares. I don't know if it's picking up on there. And we've got a nice floral insert, a nice box bottom. So yeah. And then the next few, these are all Liberty fabrics. So this is a small single skein, well I say single skein, 100 gram ball of yarn it will hold easily, small projects. And this is a cotton fabric, and I think this one's called Ascot Rose on cream. That's very pretty, I think. And then the next one is it the same size? Just let me check. Yes, it's probably about the same size. This fabric is called Emily Silhouette. So you've got pink flowers on a nice pink background, a batik channel, and the cord is like a satin cord, and the inside is a cream. You've got a nice box bottom on there. Right, well the next three bags are like flat pouches. Yeah, like for little cross stitch projects or English paper piecing, something like that. So we've got a little bit of lace going across the front, some binding on the side, and this little white flowers on cream, and a zip closure. So, the next two bags are just slightly bigger. So that front zip again, still Liberty fabric. This is cotton fabric. I'm not sure of the names of these fabrics. And this has got, I think it's off-white with white flowers on the inside. So again, it's perfect for cross stitch projects, little sewing projects, English paper piecing, whatever you fancy. And then this is the last one. So you've got sort of pinky red flowers on a red background, and then with a nice red zip, and it's got batik for the binding. There we go. So that's all the handmade things that I've done this week, which I don't think I've done too bad considering I've been busy doing other things. The next thing I want to share with you is just a couple of new fat quarter bundles that I've got in the shop, and this one is the Crafty Pie and it's Sweet Bloom Delight, and this is the green one. So we've got that one, strawberries, cherries, little flowers, daisies, and then like a patchwork one. So that's the That's the green, and then this is the white one. So we've got pretty flowers. Strawberries there on pink. Daisies there on pink. And cherries. And then little bows. So like I said, they will be on the website when this video goes live. Right, I'll just quickly get something. Sorry about that. I just had to get my jumper off because it's getting a bit warm. And also I've had to change some things around. Yeah, so what I'm going to share with you now, I've got some fabric. I've got this fabric that I'm going to share with you. It's in the shops on the website as well, and it's autumn fabrics, and I've cut some off the bolt so I can make some things with. Now I'm not sure whether to make some baskets or some book sleeves or to make something completely different. I need to have a little bit of a think about that. But if you've got any suggestions what you might like to see, please let me know in the comments box down below, because it'd be lovely to hear what you think of what I should make. So the first two fabrics which I was going to, if I'm sort of making baskets or book sleeves, I was going to use these for the lining. So this is it's like a mushroomy shade, this, with little trees on, and then we've got the, I'd say ferns, yeah, the ferns on a green background, so it's like green on green, which look really nice. And then the other fabric, this one has got little hedgehogs with flowers and strawberries and a little bit of the fern on there. It's a nice small ditzy pattern, I suppose, really. That's very cute. I've got that one. So this is all from a collection, and the next one is like, it's forest animals, and you've got the trees. So you've got the squirrel, the fox, toadstools, trees, things like that. So that looks very nice. And then the next one is like the mushroomy colour background, and it's got all the little animals on. So you've got the owls and the little deer. What else is there? Pine cones, ferns, things like that. I can't see any other animals. Yeah, so that's nice. And then the next one, let me fold this over. Blue background, and it's got foxes on. So you've got your leaves, it's like your forest floor really, with a few little trees on as well. So that's very nice. So I love that one. So yes, I'm hoping to make some things with this week. Not sure what, like I said. Any suggestions, please let me know down below. So I think that's probably all I've got to share with you, what I've been making. And like I said, I'll be doing other listing of other bags and that on Etsy. So right, well, I'm going to get on with some more work now, and I'll catch you again when I get home. And I'm back home from the shop. It's been a long day today, and I thought I was only going down to pack a couple of orders and then come back home, but it didn't happen like that. Yeah, so I've been there quite a while. But no, I'm back home now, and everything's done. I had to clear out some well, I had to have a little bit of a tidy up in the shop today, get rid of some rubbish. Then I had somebody come in to turn the electrics off for upstairs because they were fixing the lights upstairs, so that was fun. It didn't affect me a lot, but that was okay. Yeah, so it just seemed to have dragged out today. Yeah, so I think plans for next week, I've got a few things I actually want to do next week, and it's not all sewing related. I showed you some fabric that I wanted to use for next week, some nice autumnal fabric, and I've been having a little bit of a think of what I'd like to make instead of book sleeves and baskets. And I was thinking of maybe some, I haven't got an example here, but like a boxy bag. I don't know, maybe like to put crayons in, pens in, crochet hooks in, maybe different sizes. I'm not sure yet. I need to sort of figure out how to get, well, how to get it boxy, what size I want. So that'll probably take me a while to work that out because I haven't made any of these boxy bags for a long, long time. But I want something to put my pens in for me, I think, really. So I quite fancy doing that. So I think that's what I might do. And I know the seams on these boxy bags have usually got binding on, some haven't. So I don't know whether to overlock it on my overlocker there or put some binding on, maybe like this. I'm not sure if this is going to be wide enough. I think it might be. So we'll have to see. I'll have to see. Because I don't know if I've got any bias binding that will actually go with the fabric that I've shown you. So that is one job that I want to do. Yes, I want to continue on with the crochet for the cowl, and I want to carry on with the hand stitching with the felt kit. Also, I need to pick some rhubarb. I want to make some gin. And while I was out yesterday, before we went to look after Milo, we popped into one of the little supermarkets and I picked up a few ingredients because I want to make some pickled cucumbers. So I've gone through a recipe in a book. I think the book was Pam the Jam. Nice little book that is. And there's some recipes in there for pickling vegetables. So I thought I want to do that. So I've got all the ingredients that I need for pickling. I couldn't find any white wine vinegar. And I couldn't find any cucumbers. Well, I've got everything else, so I'm good to go. I should have thought of that when I went to the supermarket this morning to try and pick up some cucumbers, but I forgot. So yeah, that's one job I want to do this week, is pick up some cucumbers. And then I might, like, next week pick up some carrots or something like that. We'll see how they go. And I also want to pick some rhubarb to make some, like, a barbecue sauce. I mean, I'm not going to use it as a sauce like on meat and things like that, but it's nice to have, if it's the right consistency, to have on, like, with your salad or obviously meat. But we can use it on our salad with quiche, and I need to make some nut loaves, so we could put it on that. And it would use up some rhubarb, because my rhubarb has gone absolutely crazy. It's falling out of the bed and it's quite big. So I gave my daughter-in-law some, but I mean she only has so much. She has about 6 stalks, and then she cooks it up into sort of like a low fat pudding or something, she does, and usually gives some to my next door neighbour. She has a bit as well. But yeah, not many people like rhubarb. I can't believe it. My rhubarb just goes crazy every year. So that is sort of my plans for next week. I don't think I've got anything on to stop me from. Oh yeah, well, I am looking after Milo again next weekend, so yeah, so I might have the day off work on Saturday. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Depends what time the family are leaving and what time they're coming back. Yeah, so I might have the day off then. Have a bit longer with them. So yes, that's really my plans for next week. So I hope you'll join me next week to see what I've actually achieved, if I managed to achieve everything. Yeah, and some crafting as well. So I hope everybody has a lovely week. I hope this storm is not too bad wherever you are. I hope it just disappears quickly. And yeah, take care everyone, and thank you for joining me, like I've said, and I will see you again next week. Bye for now.